Happy Friday, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Two Chicks, Three Seats. For this week's episode, we're going to be talking about event industry technology. Through some research that we were doing on different industry blogs and publications, we were learning about some interesting and trending tech platforms and ideas that some we have heard of before, some we hadn't heard of before, that are just popular right now in the event industry and maybe could be things that you could try incorporating into your own venue, restaurant, wherever you work that you're listening to this and brought you to the events industry. So we have some ideas and we'll share where we saw them from, and we'll put all the links for the articles in the episode description. So Kate, you want to start us off with some event technology?
Yeah. This first one's from BizBash. We love reading the BizBash blog and all of the great resources they have. So this one is called Why Event Surveys Are Important for Proving ROI and How to Actually Get Responses, which is definitely a tough one, a question that I'm sure a lot of people have. So obviously it's important to gather feedback from event attendees after attending your event in order to always be able to improve events in the future. And this should go beyond the post-event recap internally or with your client. So a survey is an easy and efficient way to reach your audience directly. And these survey results can be used to help determine the true ROI of that event on your client's business. So for example, a sales team could say they have increased sales by 20% in the last month because of their team's efforts. But in reality, we've seen this before, it could have been from the efforts of the event held prior to that month that strengthened brand perception and excitement. So the survey data will be able to help you prove the impact of the event likely had on these sales, which I think is, really important to event managers, obviously. And so how should you conduct your survey and what should you include? So there's a few surveys that they talk about and ones that we recommend doing before the event is the first one. So survey during the pre-planning stage if possible to get an understanding for content, venue decisions, and other things. And some of the questions would be, what content would you like to see at the event? What would keep you engaged as an attendee? And then also, you should survey during the event. And this survey is to make sure attendees are truly understanding the points you're trying to convey in your messaging. So adjustments could even be made in real time if the survey results show there's confusion. And you could ask questions like, did the speakers keep you interested? What did you enjoy about this session? What did you learn in this session? Even something as simple as, did you, what didn't you like about the session, or what do you want to see next time, or that sort of thing. So after the event, obviously, is one that I think most people already do. And this survey is in order to get the overall event feedback once attendees have come to find their final conclusions about the event. And I would do these sooner than later after the event, because you want the event to be, top of mind for everybody. And you could ask questions like, what would you want to see next time? What did you not enjoy about the event? Where would you want to attend next year's event? We've done this for Event Camp. I think this is a good way we actually use our, not that people don't actually use the answers, but we really do use our answers to figure out where we're going to go in next year's, or, what we'll talk about. So be honest and definitely give your feedback, but ask honest questions as well. Don't be afraid to ask hard questions as the event planner, because those are the answers you want in reality. So, but before being able to determine the ROI of the event with the survey results, you need to identify your KPIs. And what are you trying to achieve with this event? Are you trying to understand and increase the feelings towards a brand or a product? Are you trying to track the number of meetings booked, count the number of content downloads? So these will obviously vary depending on who and what the event is for, but having these KPIs will also help you when forming your survey questions. So super important to get those beforehand. And talk about getting more survey results. Sometimes it can be challenging. Almost always it's challenging to get survey results. So always try different methods, and sending the survey multiple times is a great way. I find that when I get surveys, I don't get annoyed if it's sent multiple times, because I don't always see it the first time around. So,
Right.
or if I see it again, I might be like, oh, they really want my answers. SurveyMonkey is an easy tool that mixes and matches different types of questions, multiple choice, short answer, etc. And then virtual events often have their own polling features you can use during these events or during the events or after the event. And this could even make things more interactive during the event if you used these features. So comments can be taken in the chat during sessions as well, which I think we've done before at Event Camp. So all really good information and tips and tricks from BizBash.
I know. I feel like surveying is just a whole interesting thing. And I feel like you see it in so like we attend marketing conferences and you'll get like surveyed during those and after those. And I feel like with the whole virtual event climate that we've been in, people, and I think they mentioned this in the article too, they could survey them during the event. And if things like aren't going well, like they're like, oh, this was too much talking, too much, whatever, then like maybe they could switch something up for the next day's portion of the event.
Yeah.
So I mean, that virtual aspect gives that kind of way to change and move direction if things aren't going well based on survey feedback in real time.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, so like you said, like this article said, and like we use SurveyMonkey is great. You can also like Google does surveys now. You can even like we use like other softwares that we like Influitive. We do surveys through there. So, I mean, you could even send a simple email and have them answer a few questions. It doesn't have to be complex. But I do think it's really important, especially post. But like this article said, like definitely figure out your KPIs beforehand so that you have an idea at least of what you're going to send. I even think it's important, and you can always add or change it, but like maybe create the survey before the event. So, you know what you're going after. You can just send it right out and be done.
I feel like, do you think that many of our customers do surveys when they're just working with their like social clients? Because I feel like I normally think of corporate clients and the bigger conferences and they're surveying attendees.
Yeah.
But I'm curious if our customers who are just like a restaurant, they're hosting like a big graduation party or a wedding, or if they'll ask their clients afterwards for feedback in the form of a survey. And I wonder how they do that, or how have you done it in the past?
Back in the day, like before software for this existed, or maybe there was, but I didn't use it. I sent out a questionnaire through email that was just like 4 questions in an email, and they would respond with answers. Some people didn't respond, but every event that I hosted, no matter how small, I would send one out. And then, I would change questions, like switch it up a little bit. But yeah, I think it's important to get feedback. And I got negative feedback at times for sure, almost always. I mean, especially at the kind of venue I was working at, there's almost always a little bit of negative feedback, not necessarily toward like the event, but like the surroundings.
That's out of your control as the employee.
Completely. I mean, you knew where you were booking an event, so you knew what it was like there. But yeah, I do. I think it's important. And I'm sure now that all these softwares exist and a lot of them are free, that it's, even more common these days.
Yeah. Get your surveys written, everyone.
Yes.
Feedback is good. We're all about self-improvement. That's like the Gen Z way, always wanting to improve and better themselves and
on your life's journey.
Yeah. Okay, Kate.
All right.
Okay, so the next idea with event technology and just like that whole realm is this article, another BizBash article. BizBash has a nice event technology section on their website, and I feel like they always hit it well. So this one's called How This Company is Successfully Revamping the Old-Fashioned Event Icebreaker. So this article is about a company called Jabriak, kind of a unique name. And it's a unique ice-breaking experience designed to get conversations flowing by connecting guests with similar interests at events.
Oh, I like this.
I know I had never heard this before. And I told it to Mads because I was like, maybe we should do this at event camp. But
yes, this is like networking,
right?
Really having to try like
the hard things
together. Yeah.
So let me explain here. Okay. So obviously, connection at events is huge and a big reason for attending the in-person events opposed to, we've all been cooped up doing the virtual events. We're ready to keep going in person, but some people don't always have the personality type where they're just going to strike up a conversation with a stranger that they're meeting at a conference or an event. So this is where Jabriak here comes in to help. So prior to the event happening, attendees will receive a Jabriak link to their email, prompting them to select 7 personal interests from an extensive list. on
like
an
dating
event.
websites.
It kind of is. And it's on this event specific template. So you can like, as the event planner, you can like choose from the selection of the terms that you want people to be selecting from. And then those terms that they select, the 7 of them, are then printed on either name tags, t-shirts, badges, and then those are worn to the event. So the idea here is that the visual cue allows for individuals to know something that's relevant about someone else before you're even saying hello. You can just, quickly glance at someone's tag that's around. I saw them, they had like a little necklace thing, and then it was a circle, and then in the big letters it had the different terms. So you could just quickly glance at someone's name badge and see that they love running, they love winery tours, they love the Boston Celtics, and you can just see that right away. So according to the founder of Jabriak, who's a woman, so we love a female founded company, she says that this whole concept follows the 7 degrees of interest concept, which says that given the opportunity, people will connect and identify with at least one of 7 interests. And she came with this idea because she used to be a socially awkward person. And, people tend to rely on maybe like technology and devices like in person. Whereas this idea is, it's like the technology ahead of time with the survey and getting all the things printed out. But then the idea is that it's going to stir up regular conversation in person.
Okay. I like this.
So I don't know. I thought it was nice. And the article was just saying how, no matter how great the food, entertainment, and decor are at any event, if an individual attending the event isn't making genuine connections or feeling like they're connecting with the other attendees, then it's not maybe going to be as positive of an experience as it could be.
Yeah.
So I thought that was interesting. And then Jabriak also provides an analytics dashboard to the event planners beforehand based on the interests of the attendees. So they could even use that information for crafting other activities and experiences geared towards what they know that their attendees enjoy.
That's interesting.
So I thought that was interesting too. I don't know. I feel like different companies and different brands could incorporate this kind of thing in different ways. I don't know if it's like retreat purposes, because they do say also that the concepts here started for in-person events, but then it's moving into the workplace with like office nameplates is like another.
Oh no, I don't like that. No, I draw the line.
That's another thing that they're trying to do. And it's like name tags. Yeah, I know. I guess it's different, networking with
I know.
And on the daily.
That's an interesting concept for like a huge company where you don't, know half the people you work with. I guess I could see that. I hate those. I don't mind icebreaker stuff like this at conferences and networking events, because that's what you're there for.
Right.
But in the workplace, yeah.
So this is why it's interesting, because your reaction, I feel like, is what normal people's reaction is when you hear the word icebreaker. But for some reason, it doesn't feel as, challenging and annoying, quote unquote, annoying as it would be in like I don't know, trying to tread lightly, but I feel like in conferences, conferences, it definitely just feels more genuine because everyone's there, you're paying to be there to like attend this event and hopefully meet other people that are like you, like in the marketing conferences that we go to, or like event industry conferences, you obviously want to meet the people there. And so I feel like this initiates that, whereas maybe sometimes it feels more forced if it's in the workplace.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Like, I don't know. And I'm very outgoing. I mean, obviously, and our listeners probably do too by this point, that I'm a very outgoing person. I feel like, I'll tell anybody anything they want to know about me. I don't care. But like, I don't know. I hate those moments. Like if you're like, okay, so let's just go around and say like who we are and like what we enjoy doing. I'm like, no.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
No.
Well, now you'll have a badge around your neck that says, it'll say, what will it say for you? It'll say running, vegan. Are we still vegan?
No, we're not vegan.
That
was like a short-lived thing. That was very
beer,
bourbon.
There's a lot of ways we could go.
Let's see. What else? Hockey.
Mother.
I am a mother. Yes. What else do I enjoy? I enjoy long walks on the beach. No, I do like the beach. It's not dating, Kate. It's not dating.
It really feels like a dating profile.
I know. I'm feeling weird that all my things are exercise and alcohol.
Well,
I should put exercise and alcohol. It's literally,
Maybe this
the
is like
hospitality industry. Is that something?
This is actually deep down, it's a self-reflection activity. So you can reflect on the different interests of yours and then reevaluate your life.
Imagine you started at a workplace and they did this and like somebody's nameplate said like exercise and alcohol. I mean, I feel like I'd want to get to know that person.
Right. I mean, the examples that they had, they definitely were like winery, brewery, loves like this TV show. So it's, some just basic things that you could bond over. Love for red wine.
Love for red
Keep
wine.
it there.
Passion.
But yeah, so maybe we could try this at event camp. Could be kind of fun.
Yeah, I like it a lot for conferences. I think this is a really cool idea. Yeah. I do see how it can be helpful in like large corporate spaces, when people don't know each other.
Right. I think we're too
probably never would.
I think we're too small for it. Would be.
I do too. I just think that I feel like you eventually meet, like there are definitely people at Tripleseat that I know nothing about because we're growing so much, but I think that I could easily find out who they are just by asking. It wouldn't be hard to find out.
Right.
Anyways.
Right. So if anyone listening has used this, let us know how it worked, or if this is interesting to you. And if you do use it, let us know as well. We'd love to hear how it works out for you guys.
I'd love to know more about this because I do think it's a great idea. Maybe we'll use it at event camp. Who knows? Who knows? All right. So for the next one, we're moving away from Biz Bash for a second. And we're going to talk about Tripleseat's own marketplace, which has a lot of different partners that provide an added technology bonus to the already amazing event management software that Tripleseat provides. And, some of our customers, I think, may not even realize the extensive list of partners we have. So let's list a few. Why not, right? So we have a few online payment processing systems that we integrate with. One is Clover Connect. We have Stripe as well. And both systems increase payment efficiency in a safe and secure way. So no need to stress about the payment process. Everything's safe and secure through Tripleseat. Online is the way to pay these days. Nobody wants to give their credit card information on the phone or go to your venue to pay. So imagine that anymore. And with Tripleseat Direct and one of these integrations, your customers can literally just book their catering order themselves, pay for it, and like you don't even have to talk to them. Look at that. We're taking away the personal communication for customers and our clients. No, I'm kidding. It's not true. There's still a lot of that going on, but that's just one. We also have floor plans. We've talked about Merry before on the podcast. We love Merry. And that's a 3D planning and design platform. We also have 7 Rooms, which is 7 Rooms floor plans, or is it? I think it's more like table reservations.
Yeah.
And so 7 Rooms is like our reservation seating and guest management platform. A lot of restaurants use 7 Rooms, and the integration between Tripleseat and 7 Rooms does is it won't let you book over like a table reservation. So like if you have table reservations in a certain room, it doesn't allow you to overbook that room, double book, triple book, whatever it may be. Tripleseat.
Our origin story, if you didn't know.
Our name. But yeah, so it integrates with your 7 Rooms reservation system. So you don't I keep saying overbook it. That's not really the word I'm looking for. Double book your rooms or tables or whatever it may be. And it also like integrates with like leads, guest communication, that sort of thing. So that's a really cool integration. Text messaging, which is new from Connect. I love this integration. It basically sets it up so that all of your Tripleseat discussions or other like is it tasks too? Is that
tasks is to come? Discussions. Okay. Right now it's just discussions.
Right now it's just discussions, but tasks is to come, and it will send you text alerts when when a client signs a contract or makes a payment. Eventually it will be for tasks that you have due. It all connects to Tripleseat Connect. I'm such a loser, but that's a great one too. And then we also have an activity-based venue management integration with Rex reservations. And Rex, REX, for those of you that don't know, is a simple and secure reservation platform for activity-based venues like bowling alleys, axe throwing venues, mini golfing venues, and a ton of other things out there. But Rex helps guests reserve and pay for all these activities before arriving at your venue. And that's a really cool integration. Yeah. And there's others too. So if you want to check it out for yourself, you can on our site. It's just tripleseat.com/marketplace. But we have a lot, and there's way more to come. Definitely. We have a lot of integrations coming down the line, like something exciting from Open Table and some others that,
we can't spoil it, but there are actually a lot coming in Q1. We
there's
don't want to say the
lot.
names, but trust us, there's a lot.
Yeah, there's a ton. There's really exciting ones. So we'll do like full on podcasts about them.
I know.
With our partners.
Yeah, we love our partners. Great partners
We
have. All aboard the event technology train.
Mm-hmm. And back to BizBash.
Back to BizBash. So this last article / piece of technology the article is called How This New Platform Supports Diverse Event Vendors, which is an awesome article. And so this article talks about a brand new online platform called Our BLOC, which seeks to support diverse event vendors by providing a place for people to search and seek minority-owned businesses within the event industry. So the idea stemmed from a Chicago-based couple, Lola and Richard McClaney, who were hoping to hire a diverse team of vendors when they were planning their wedding back in 2019. And so they found that this task of finding diversity in their vendors was rather challenging and more challenging than it should have been. So they came up with this idea on their own. The couple together also has they have at least 10 years of experience each in the event industry. So they were kind of the perfect duo to go in on this idea. And as minority entrepreneurs themselves, they were proud to build such a platform that was supporting other minority entrepreneurs and businesses. And this is actually a brand new website that just launched on February 1st of this past year. And so the website already hosts 70 vendors with markets in California, New York, Florida, Arizona, and Texas, and they plan on expanding in the future. And the current listed vendors include photographers, videographers, bartenders, DJs, event planners, venues, officiants, florists, rental companies, stationers, and caterers. So great. There are other vendor platforms out there that did exist that they had seen, but the challenge that they were seeing is that many of the platforms did lack diversity and they didn't highlight nearly as many diverse companies as they did with the non-diverse talent. So that's, kind of where the idea and frustration was stemming from. And then creating this diverse platform also meant making it accessible and affordable. So they didn't want to price the platform to make it too expensive, and they didn't want that to be a barrier of entry for anyone who was interested in being involved. So there's 2 subscription-based options to become a member on Our BLOC. So there's the free basic subscription, which allows vendors to create a profile and upload 2 videos and 5 photos, and then vendors can message clients. And then the premium subscription includes the same offerings as the basic, but then it also allows for 5 videos in total, unlimited photos, links to social channels or external websites, and then there's priority listing within the search on the website. And then it also offers website analytics. And then the cost for this one was $60 per month. So it's still really affordable. And that was their goal here when they were making this pricing. But overall, this is obviously an awesome idea. And if you're listening right now and you're looking to add more diversity to your vendor list, then you should definitely check out Our BLOC, and we'll have them linked in the episode description as well. So awesome company, really cool. So check them out. And I don't know, maybe some of our customers have heard of them before, but if not, then definitely consider looking their way.
Maybe we can have them on the podcast.
Wow.
That's such a cool idea.
That is a great idea. Okay.
I'd love to talk to them more about it. It's just such a great idea. Maybe.
Hey, you're brilliant.
I am brilliant.
You're so brilliant. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm so proud. But yeah,
so proud.
Event technology episode. Look at us.
Look at us. Event technologists talking about event technology. I just made up a word.
I also heard this really cool event management platform. I think it's called Tripleseat software. So couldn't put that on the list, but hopefully, if you're not a listener, or if you're a listener who's not a Tripleseat customer, then tripleseat.com.
I mean, we're not doing our job if you've been listening to us and you're not a customer by now. If you have catering and you're not a Tripleseat direct customer, there's something else as well. Check us out. Go to tripleseat.com/products/TS direct.
Cool. We'll link that one as well. But I think, if you have had any other great technology experiences in the event industry that you want to share, let us know. Our email is 2chicks3seats@tripleseat.com. We always love to hear about tech in the industry. So send us our way. We'll check those ones out as well. But
awesome.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
And we'll see you next week.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode of Two Chicks, Three Seats.
Your events industry podcast, brought to you by Tripleseat, the industry leader for event management software.
Find out more about Tripleseat at tripleseat.com.